What's the real meaning of being rich? Just stop and think about it for a moment. We all know those people who have lots of money in their bank accounts, but walk around with empty hearts and tired eyes. Then there are others who don't have much money at all, yet they shine with an inner glow that makes everyone want to be around them. Have you ever wondered what makes the difference? Here's something that might shock you. The richest people in human history weren't the ones with the biggest bank accounts. They were the ones who understood a deeper truth about wealth, a secret so powerful that it has been hidden and protected for thousands of years. And today, I'm going to share this secret with you. But let me warn you first, what I'm about to tell you might seem too simple at first. You might even think, that's it? That can't be the whole secret? But I want you to stay with me, because by the end of these 11 minutes, you'll understand why this simple truth has transformed countless lives throughout history. Think about this. Every single day, people wake up and chase money. They work longer hours, take on more stress, and sacrifice their happiness, all to get more money in their bank account. But what if I told you they're running in the completely wrong direction? What if everything you've been taught about getting rich is actually keeping you from true wealth? Let's get real for a moment. Right now, you might be struggling with money. Maybe you're working hard, but can't seem to save enough. Maybe you've got some money saved, but you're always worried about losing it. Or maybe you make good money, but still feel empty inside, like something's missing. I know exactly how you feel because I've been there too. For years, I chased money the way everyone told me to. I got the degrees, worked the long hours, and followed all the traditional advice about saving and investing. But something was always missing. It felt like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in the bottom. No matter how much money I made, it never felt like enough. That's when I stumbled upon something that changed everything. It wasn't in any financial books or money management courses. Instead, it came from ancient wisdom that's been around for thousands of years. This wisdom has been passed down through generations, but somewhere along the way, we forgot about it. We got so caught up in the modern world's definition of wealth that we lost touch with what true richness really means. What I'm about to share with you isn't just theory or nice ideas. These are practical, powerful truths that have been tested and proven throughout history. But here's the really exciting part. They work even better in today's world than they ever did before. And the best part? You don't need any special skills, education, or even money to start using them. Before we dive into the secrets of true wealth, we need to understand why so many people stay stuck in financial struggles their whole lives. It's not because they're not smart enough or don't work hard enough. It's because they're trapped in old patterns of thinking about money that simply don't work anymore. Think about how we learn about money as kids. Most of us pick up our beliefs about money from watching our parents struggle with it. We learn that money doesn't grow on trees and that you have to work hard to make money. We start believing that there's never enough to go around and that getting rich means taking from others. These beliefs become like invisible chains that hold us back. They sit in our minds like computer programs, running in the background and controlling how we think about and handle money. And the worst part is, most people never even realize these programs are there. They just accept that this is how things are, and never question if there might be a different way. But here's where it gets really interesting. These limiting beliefs about money aren't just personal. They're part of a bigger story that society has been telling us for generations. It's a story that says, wealth is only about numbers in a bank account. that you have to struggle and suffer to be rich, and that spiritual people can't be wealthy. All of these ideas are completely wrong. They're like a fog that blocks us from seeing the truth about wealth. And until we clear away this fog, no amount of financial advice or money management strategies will really help us. That's why so many people can read all the books about getting rich, attend all the seminars, and still stay stuck in the same financial situation year after year. The real secret to wealth starts with understanding that everything you've been taught about money might be holding you back. It's about learning to see wealth through new eyes. Because once you understand the spiritual laws that govern true wealth, everything changes. Money stops being something you chase and starts being something that naturally flows into your life. Think of it like this. Imagine you've been pushing against a door your whole life, trying to get it to open. You push harder and harder, getting more and more frustrated. Then someone comes along and shows you that the door actually pulls open instead of pushes. All that effort you've been putting in was actually keeping you from your goal. That's exactly what happens when we try to get rich using the wrong approach. But don't worry if you've been pushing against that door for years. It's never too late to learn the truth about wealth. In fact, you've already taken the first step just by being here, just by being open to a new way of thinking about money and success. That openness, that willingness to learn and change, is actually the first sign that you're ready for real wealth to enter your life. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. You might be worried that focusing on wealth means becoming greedy or losing your spiritual values. This is another one of those old beliefs that keeps so many good people stuck in financial struggles. The truth is, wealth and spirituality aren't opposites. They're actually two sides of the same coin. Think about it. If you're constantly stressed about money, how can you focus on helping others? If you're always worried about paying bills, how can you give your best gifts to the world? True wealth isn't about hoarding money. It's about having the resources you need to live your best life and make your biggest contribution to the world. What I'm about to share with you will show you how to align your spiritual nature with material abundance. Because, contrary to what many people believe, the universe wants you to be rich. Not just rich in money, but rich in all areas of life. Relationships, health, purpose, and yes, material wealth too. This understanding changes everything. It takes away the guilt and shame that many spiritual people feel about wanting more money. It removes the inner conflict between wanting to do good in the world and wanting to live abundantly. Most importantly, it opens up a whole new way of creating wealth, one that feels good, natural, and completely in alignment with who you really are. So get ready, because in the next few minutes, you're going to learn secrets about wealth that most people never discover in their entire lives. These aren't just ideas or theories. They're practical, powerful truths that you can start using today to transform your relationship with money and open up to true abundance in all areas of your life. And remember, you're not watching this video by accident. Something led you here. Something inside you knew it was time to learn these truths. That same inner wisdom will help you understand and use what you're about to learn. Trust that feeling, because it's about to lead you to discoveries that will change your life forever. The journey to true wealth starts with understanding 3 fundamental truths. These truths might seem simple at first, but they have the power to completely transform your relationship with money and success. They're like keys that unlock doors you didn't even know existed. And once you understand them, you'll never look at wealth the same way again. Let me be clear. What you're about to learn isn't about quick fixes or get-rich-quick schemes. This is about something much deeper and more powerful. It's about understanding the real laws that govern wealth and abundance in the universe. These laws have always been working in your life, whether you knew about them or not. But once you understand them, you can start working with them instead of against them. Are you ready to discover what most people will never know about creating true wealth? Are you ready to learn why some people seem to attract money effortlessly, while others struggle their whole lives? Most importantly, are you ready to transform your own relationship with money and abundance forever? Then let's begin this journey together, starting with the first fundamental truth about wealth that will change everything. Here's something that might completely change how you think about money forever. Money isn't what you think it is. It's not paper in your wallet or numbers in your bank account. Money is pure energy, just like the sunlight that warms your face or the air that fills your lungs. Once you truly understand this truth, everything about your financial life will change. Think about water for a moment. Water needs to flow to stay fresh and clean. When water sits still for too long, it becomes stagnant and lifeless. Money works exactly the same way. When we grip it too tightly, when we hoard it out of fear, we actually block its natural flow. That's why some of the richest people in the world are also the most generous. They understand this basic law of energy. But here's where most people get stuck. They try to hold on to every penny because they're afraid there won't be enough. They see money as something scarce, something that's hard to get and easy to lose. This fear creates a kind of energetic wall around them, and money literally can't flow into their lives. It's like trying to catch water with clenched fists. The tighter you grip, the less you can hold. Rich people understand something different. They see money as abundant and ever-flowing, like a river that never runs dry. They don't chase money. They position themselves in the flow of abundance. They become like a water wheel in a river, letting wealth flow through their lives naturally and easily. This isn't some magical thinking. It's a practical shift in how you relate to money that changes everything. Let me give you a simple example. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to find money-making opportunities everywhere they look, while others can stare straight at the same opportunities and see nothing? That's because the first group is tuned into the energy of money. They're open to receiving it in all its forms. They don't limit how wealth can come to them. They stay open to all possibilities. This energy isn't just about getting money. It's about your entire relationship with wealth. When you start seeing money as energy, you begin to notice how it feels when you spend it, save it, or give it away. Some ways of using money feel light and good, while others feel heavy and wrong. This is your inner guidance system, telling you how to best work with the energy of money in your life. Now let's talk about something so powerful that it can transform your financial life overnight: gratitude. I know, you've probably heard about gratitude before. But I'm not talking about just saying thank you when something good happens. I'm talking about a deep, life-changing gratitude practice that literally rewires your brain for wealth. Here's the shocking truth. Most people spend their entire lives focusing on what they don't have. They're always thinking about the money they need, the things they want to buy, the bills they have to pay. But this constant focus on lack actually creates more lack in their lives. It's like telling the universe, "I don't have enough," over and over again, and the universe simply responds, "You're right, you don't." But when you flip this around and start focusing on everything you already have, something magical happens. When you wake up each morning and truly feel grateful for the air you breathe, the water you drink, the bed you sleep in, suddenly you start feeling rich right now. And here's the amazing part. When you feel rich, you start attracting more reasons to feel rich. This isn't just positive thinking or making yourself feel better. Gratitude actually changes the energy you put out into the world. When you're truly grateful, you send out a signal that says, "I am blessed, I am abundant, I receive good things easily." And the universe responds by sending you more things to be grateful for. It's like turning on a magnet that attracts more abundance into your life. Let me share a simple truth that changed my life. You can't feel grateful and poor at the same time. It's impossible. When you're in a state of genuine gratitude, you naturally feel wealthy, regardless of how much money you have in the bank. And when you feel wealthy, you start making different decisions, seeing different opportunities, and attracting different experiences into your life. Think about the richest people you know, not just in money, but in joy, in love, in life. You'll notice they're often the most grateful people. They appreciate everything, from a beautiful sunset to a warm cup of coffee. They don't wait to feel grateful until they have more money. They're grateful right now, and that gratitude keeps attracting more abundance into their lives. Now we come to one of the most powerful secrets of wealth creation, the law of giving. This might seem completely backwards at first. After all, how can giving away lead to having more? But this is exactly why so many people stay stuck in lack. They don't understand this fundamental law of the universe. Here's the truth that wealthy people understand. The universe operates on a principle of circulation. Everything in nature gives and receives. Trees give oxygen and receive carbon dioxide. The ocean gives water to the clouds and receives it back as rain. This cycle of giving and receiving is built into the very fabric of life. And when we align ourselves with this natural law, we tap into an unlimited source of abundance. But here's where most people get it wrong. They wait until they have enough before they start giving. They think, once I'm rich, then I'll be generous. But this is like saying, once I'm in shape, then I'll start exercising. It doesn't work that way. Giving is not something you do once you're wealthy. Giving is how you become wealthy. Now, I'm not talking about giving away all your money or making yourself poor. I'm talking about cultivating a spirit of generosity in everything you do. Start small. Give a genuine compliment. Share your time. Listen deeply to someone who needs to talk. When you give with an open heart, without expecting anything in return, you open yourself to receive in ways you never imagined. Think about it like breathing. You have to exhale before you can take a new breath. If you tried to only inhale, you'd quickly run into problems. The same is true with money and abundance. When you hold on too tightly to what you have, you literally block new abundance from flowing into your life. But when you give freely and joyfully, you create space for new blessings to enter. Here's something fascinating. The wealthiest people I know are often the most generous. They don't give because they're rich. They're rich because they give. They understand that money is like a river. It needs to flow. When you try to dam it up and keep it all for yourself, it becomes stagnant. But when you let it flow through your life and on to others, it stays fresh and keeps growing. Remember this key principle. The universe keeps perfect count. Every act of genuine giving creates a return. But here's the crucial part. You can't give with the expectation of getting something back. That's not giving, that's trading. True giving comes from a place of joy, from a genuine desire to make a difference in someone else's life. When you give this way, the returns come back multiplied in ways you could never predict. Let me share something personal. When I started really understanding this principle, I began looking for small ways to give every day. Sometimes it was just a kind word or a moment of attention. Other times it was sharing knowledge or helping someone solve a problem. I never worried about what I would get back, or even if I would get anything back. I just focused on giving from my heart. And you know what happened? Opportunities started showing up in my life from completely unexpected places. People began referring business to me, doors opened that I didn't even know existed, and my income started growing in ways I never could have planned. The secret is to make giving a natural part of who you are, not just something you do. When you wake up each morning, ask yourself, how can I give value today? How can I make someone's life better? When you approach life this way, you tap into an unlimited source of abundance. Because the more you give, the more capacity you create to receive. Let's talk about something that might sound simple, but has the power to completely transform your financial life: your thoughts about money. Every single thought you have about wealth is like planting a seed in the garden of your life. What kind of seeds are you planting? Most people don't realize they're running the same money thoughts through their mind all day long. I can't afford this. Money is hard to make. Rich people are lucky. These thoughts might seem harmless, but they're actually powerful instructions to your subconscious mind. Your mind is like Google. It will find evidence for whatever you tell it to look for. Think about this. Have you ever noticed that when you're thinking about buying a certain car, you suddenly see that car everywhere? That's because you've programmed your mind to notice it. The same thing happens with money. When you constantly think about lack and struggle, your mind will find more reasons to feel lack and struggle. But when you start thinking about abundance and opportunity, something magical happens. You start noticing money-making opportunities everywhere. Here's the really exciting part. You can literally rewire your brain for wealth. Every time you catch yourself thinking a negative money thought, you can choose to replace it with a better one. Instead of, I can't afford this, try, how can I afford this? Instead of, money is hard to make, think, money flows to me easily when I add value to others. These aren't just positive affirmations. They're new instructions for your mind about what to look for in the world. Rich people understand this secret well. They know that wealth starts in the mind before it shows up in the bank account. They carefully guard their thoughts about money, knowing that each thought is either moving them toward wealth or away from it. They don't allow themselves to dwell on thoughts of lack or limitation. Instead, they constantly focus on opportunities, abundance, and growth. Now we come to something really powerful, clearing away the hidden barriers that have been blocking wealth from flowing into your life. These barriers are like invisible walls that keep abundance away, and most people don't even know they have them. Think back to your childhood. What did you hear about money? Maybe you heard things like, money is the root of all evil, or rich people are greedy, or we can't afford that. These early messages became deeply embedded in your subconscious mind, creating what we call money blocks. They're like invisible programs running in the background of your mind, sabotaging your efforts to create wealth. But here's the good news. Once you become aware of these blocks, you can start clearing them away. It's like cleaning a dirty window. When the window is dirty, it blocks the sunlight. But when you clean it, light flows in naturally. The same is true with money blocks. When you clear them away, wealth starts flowing into your life naturally. Start paying attention to how you feel about money. Do you feel guilty when you spend it? Anxious when you think about it? Ashamed when you don't have enough? These feelings are clues pointing to your money blocks. And remember, these blocks aren't your fault. They're just old programs that you picked up along the way. But now that you're aware of them, you can choose to let them go. One of the most common money blocks is the belief that you have to work hard to make money. This belief keeps so many people stuck in the cycle of trading time for money. But look around. The wealthiest people don't work the hardest. They work the smartest. They find ways to create value for others that doesn't depend on their personal time and effort. Now that you understand these spiritual laws of wealth, let's talk about how to put them into practice in your daily life. These aren't just nice ideas to think about. They're practical tools that can transform your financial reality when you use them consistently. Start your day with gratitude. Before you even get out of bed, think of 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. Maybe you're grateful for your comfortable bed, the morning sunlight, or the coffee you're about to enjoy. This simple practice sets your energy for the entire day. Next, become aware of your thoughts about money throughout the day. When you pay bills, do you feel resentful or grateful that you have the money to pay them? When you buy something, do you feel guilty or do you bless the exchange of energy? Start catching those negative money thoughts and consciously replacing them with more empowering ones. Look for ways to give value every day. Remember, giving doesn't always mean money. You can give a smile, a kind word, or a helping hand. The key is to give from a place of genuine care and abundance, not from obligation or expectation. When you make giving a natural part of your day, you open yourself to receive in unexpected ways. Everything you've learned today is leading to one simple truth. The universe wants you to be wealthy. Not just surviving, but truly thriving. When you align yourself with these spiritual laws of wealth, you open yourself to receive abundance in all forms. Don't worry if this all feels new or overwhelming. Remember, every master was once a beginner. Start where you are, with what you have. Take these principles one at a time and begin applying them in your life. Watch what happens when you start seeing money as energy, practicing real gratitude, and giving from your heart. Most importantly, be patient with yourself. True wealth isn't created overnight, but it is created inevitably when you align yourself with these universal laws. Every step you take toward abundance, no matter how small, moves you closer to your goals. As we wrap up these 11 minutes together, I want you to remember something important. You were born for abundance. Struggle and lack are not your natural state. When you align yourself with the spiritual laws of wealth we've discussed today, You're simply returning to your natural state of abundance. Take a moment right now to feel the truth of what you've learned. Feel the possibility of true wealth flowing into your life. Know that from this moment forward, things can be different. You don't have to keep struggling with money. You don't have to keep living in lack. A new way is possible, and it starts with the choices you make today. Remember, wealth isn't just about money in the bank. It's about living a rich life in every way. When you apply these principles, you'll find that not only does your financial situation improve, but your whole life becomes richer. Your relationships deepen, your health improves, and your sense of purpose grows stronger. Now it's your turn. Take these truths and begin applying them in your life. Start with just one principle that resonated with you today. Practice it consistently and watch what happens. Come back and share your experiences in the comments below. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to start their own journey to true wealth. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more life-changing content like this. The journey to true wealth is more enjoyable when we walk it together. Until next time, remember, you are meant to live an abundantly rich life in every way. Thank you for being here, and get ready. Your life is about to change in amazing ways.